Hi, bon dia, bonjour. Welcome to my channel or welcome back if you are returning. I thought today that we could do a little bit of what is tarot for maybe beginners or people that just, are interested in knowing a little bit of tarot. So there's nothing here, and I'm gonna say that is like the truth, okay? And I must say, everything you read and find in books is the opinion of someone who writes about tarot. So let's keep in mind that there's no real truth. This is the truth. Has to be like this. No, actually, in tarot, it is really, really open, and there's no text that exactly said the cup are these, the sword are these. Even let's say the pictorial key to the tarot. It is a book from Arthur Waite. Arthur Waite is the person who created this deck, and Pamela Coleman Smith painted it. Even his book, it is own experience and his own thoughts on the deck he created, and on, for him, what are the cards are supposed to mean. But even that is not the truth, like ultimate. Okay, so very important. I'm just gonna give you here my own experience, my own how I see the tarot. I like to read it, how I like to see it. But I will only give you what makes sense for me, but doesn't mean it's the universal thoughts and reality. So keep in mind this. I was gonna start with this card. So this is the word card. First, what I should say is, when it comes to tarot, it has to be 78 cards. If it's not 78 cards, then it is not a tarot. It is an oracle, it is a playing cards deck, it is everything but a tarot, okay? Tarot is a structure, 78 cards, measures, and 4 suits of minors, okay? So what I like to use is the world card, which is the last card of the major suits. And starting from this, I don't know if you guys have seen that movie, The Fifth Element, with Lilou Dallas Multipass. She's the fifth element, okay? And it's a little trick to remind sometimes. I don't know, maybe that could help you. So we are, you and me and anybody, we are this person in the middle. This is like the spirit, okay? The fifth element is the spirit. There's no other word I could say. And then you have, of course, earth, air, water, and oh my gosh, and so the fire. Sorry, because English is not my first language, so sometimes I just, it takes the time that my brain actually finds the right word to translate what I want to say. So this is the Rider-Waite Smith Centennial Edition. This is a deck that you can find anywhere. So starting from this, we have the fifth element and the 4 elements here on these cards. This is a good way to remember. So 4 elements, and this is the air because it's a bird, okay? The element, the suit that corresponds to the air is the sword, okay? And the sword, think about the mind, the thought, the communication, and sometimes our words can be really, we can hurt people really badly. A sword is penetrating when something hurts you, somebody says something, and you just feel sad or so this is something to remember, that it's in the air, because we cannot actually touch our words, what we say. It's invisible, it's untouchable. Okay, so this is about the suit of hair. And then you have here a lion. What makes you think a lion? It's a fire. Okay, lion is about fire. So this is why fire is the wand. How do you make a fire? You need to burn some wands. This is a little trick to remember. Okay, then here, I don't know the name in English, but I'm sure you guys know. The male of the cow, I guess. I don't know. So this is about the earth, because it's clearly an animal, that's from the earth. We used to, it was that animal before, a long time ago, we used for the, make this, the cereal and, what's the name in English for that? The cult? Okay, in French, it's agriculture. How do you say that? When you work on the earth. Please forgive me. I'm sure you understand that. And this is why it's a coin, because it's a material. It was about that time where people, were doing trade. So I give you one chicken and you give me, I don't know, some bread, whatever, but then it became money. So this is the earthy, and this is everything that you can actually touch. So of course money, but it can be your house, it can be your health, it can be, your body, your body shape. It can be anything that feels real and touchable. Then here, this is the person. So it's actually an angel. I say it's an angel because this comes from the Tower de Marseille. So this is the 1930 Paul Grimaud, Paul Marteau, sorry, edition Grimaud. And you see it is an angel. Okay, it's exactly the same. By the way, this is the Rider-Waite, but you can take any system, and I'm gonna bring you to all the system also. But then it's gonna be a mess on the table. I didn't want you to be confusing at first. So, angel, cup, love. This is the water, okay? Element of water. So we have water, hair, fire, earth, okay? And the fifth element in the middle, which is us, the spirit, okay? This is emotions when you cry. This is the sea, when tsunami happen, when you go and have a drink with your friends. This is also cups. It's joy and sadness. It is everything about emotions, okay? So this is a little bit about the element. Also, there's something that the way I organize my deck, I'm still using the body. So I don't know if you have a glare there. So as the sword are from the mind, for me, it's the head, okay? As cup is emotions, it's the heart. This is fire, so this is the energy, the creation, what comes in within you and makes you do things. You see that energy that we have inside us, and this is fire. So it's how do you say it, in your stomach, I guess, more or less, okay? It's also sexual energy for some people, especially in thought. It's more obvious in this deck. And then this is the earth, so it's the legs, okay? This is how I actually organize also my my tarot, and this is how I like to see. So we have hair, which is the mind, okay? So the head, then the heart, which is the emotions, the cup, then the fire, the energy, the wands, okay, and then the material, earth, legs. So this is how I see it. Then inside the tarot, so think also about the four elements. It's goes with the seasons. Okay, we have 4 seasons. For these, I disagree with a lot of other decks that I find, and some decks are about the wheel of the year, you know, or the Celtic mythology, or those kind of things, and I don't agree with their usually how they put the seasons. So for me, I'm gonna give you my own opinion. The swords correspond to the winter because it's metal, it's cold, and it's usually the tough suit. You know, this is where things a little bit painful happen. It's usually with the swords. Okay, so for me, it is winter. Okay, then the cup is about emotion, is about feelings. So for me, again, it's the so we have winter. Oh my gosh, can't remember the name in English. Spring, spring for me is the cup. Okay, then after the spring we have that fiery element. So for me, fire is hot, right? It's warm weather. It's everything that goes with the fire, and there's no other way for me that this is the summer. I mean, I've read it somewhere else that it's something else, and for me it doesn't work. So for me, once it's summer, and finally, this is the time where we got, you know, the end of the summer, and we got all those fruits and vegetables, and the earth is so rich at that moment, you see. And for me, this is the autumn, and I cannot explain, but you see, like, this time is like waiting for, you know, the fruits to come out, and this is autumn. I mean, this is how it speaks to me. The same for here with the grapes, you see. So this is how I see it. Okay, winter, spring, summer, autumn. Then I know a lot of people will disagree, but this is how I feel it, and this is what I'm saying when I say there is no book which are telling you the all truths, like the only, no, because it doesn't exist. It simply doesn't exist. Sorry. And sometimes you will actually read books excuse me, and they are gonna tell you different things, you know. They are not even agree between books. Okay, so what I was gonna say is this is the right weight. Okay, but if you feel like you want to learn with the Marseille, then please do. If you feel you want to learn with the Thoth, then do. Choose the deck that makes you feel comfortable with. Choose the deck that sing to your heart, okay? Choose the deck that is pleasant for your eyes. These are the most, I would say, famous in the world. So Rider-Waite-Smith, Thoth, and Marseille. Okay, they are the biggest and probably the most sold in the whole world. But you can choose any deck you want, and also you can choose another deck than this one. I mean, those ones are easy, and when I say easy, it's because the symbols are pretty clear, and also you can have a lot of books around this. Tao de Marseille, Rider-Waite-Smith, Thoth. There's, you know, tons and tons of books about these decks. Actually, not so much about Thoth, but, you know. So it's easy to learn with those because you can find a lot of research, even on internet. You can find so many things on internet. But, you know, it's all the same. This is the word. Doesn't matter which one you pick. They're all the same, and you will find the same symbology in both. Actually, here they have reversed. The eagle is here. and the human is there. But you have the whole symbology is there, okay? And here, instead of this, they put a snake, the Ouroboros. But I mean, you will find pretty much everything is the same. You see, Ace, Rider-Waite-Smith, the Ace in the Thought, the Ace in the Marseille. Same for the ones. Actually, you see, in the Thought, it's really, it can be in a way a bit easier, because here you really feel the element of fire. Okay, what I was talking about. Okay, also in the Marseille, I believe here it's can be sometimes more to remember at first when you just start. Also here you really can feel the earth, okay, in those two. Cup, emotion, water. And here this is nice also because it is in the clouds, so you can actually really remember about the air. Okay, so this is for the structure of the tarot. Then inside this you have the major. So the major that we were talking about, it's usually what we say are the major event, and this is 22 cards, okay, 21 including the Fool, which is the 0. Those are usually easy to recognize because you really have a scene, and sometimes with peoples most of the time, and you have a name at the bottom of the card, okay? So those are the major arcana, okay? And then you have the minors. So in each suit, you have 10 minor from 1 to 10, okay? For each, and it's the same. It doesn't matter. Even you take Thoth, you take the Marseille, you have 10 cards in the suit, okay? And then comes the court card. So each suit, 10 cards, 1 to 10, okay? Plus 4 court cards that are the page, the knight, the queen, and the king, okay? And you have this for all of them, okay? So you have the king of swords, king of wands, king of pentacles, king of cups. Everything the same, okay? Either you choose the Marseille, either you choose the Rider-Waite, you'll have those 4 court cards, okay? And this is easy for, because usually when we're young, you know, when we're kids, we all play to playing cards deck. So sometimes you don't have the knight in the deck, but you have the page, the queen, and the king. So usually as a kid, we know that, you know, from a long time ago. So it's easy to remember. And the same in the playing cards, actually, you have 1 to 10, okay? What is different in those decks is that here you actually have scene, so you can really actually have something happening on the cards, okay? So this is why it's usually what beginners prefer, because they have a scene that helps to start. And what actually it's different with the Thoth and the Marseille. It can be a bit more difficult to read when you start. You see the 4 court card? Oh yes, actually there's a difference with the king and in the Thoth, but it's not a big deal. If you go in there, you will find that. And even I would say completely different in the Marseille. This is really peep deck. For a lot of people it's difficult, and for some, when you feel stuck with the scene, because actually when you have a scene that stops you from having maybe another idea or seeing something else, here you actually use the element and the number and the other cards around, and that can open different possibilities, okay, that eventually you won't see. If you have this, you know, you can feel stuck in this image, and can be complicated for you to go outside of this, okay? So, I think for this first video, that's all I'm gonna say about this. I will try to do, a little by little, take that big 78 cards and then make it smaller and smaller until you, I don't know, you get, what is actually the tarot, and how to make it easy. So I hope you enjoy this video. I will try to, yes, like I said, to make little videos for beginners or people that just want to know a little bit more about tarot, and or just, just feels like they want to hear another opinion and think differently, because let's say you think that the ones is the spring. Well, tell me why, because to me it is the summer, okay? So sometimes it's nice to, I guess, confront different opinions. And this is it for today. I see you soon, guys. Bye bye.